You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
I would like to know, what have you learned in taking trips? Kafi and I have learned a lot. We'll talk about it right after this.
Let's talk about love and marriage the way that God intended. Life experience, here we share it. The NoFruitPodcast. Tune in from any platform. NoFruitPodcast. Will help your spirit transform.
All right, that's enough of that. I gotta let y'all know right now that I do not like taking trips on an airplane.
Lies.
Okay. All right. So, let's rewind for a second. First of all, y'all know that Kafi and I, we have been, married, dating, for a very long time, right? And up until this last trip we just took, so that means 99.87 of our trips have been me driving. And I don't care if it was a 16-hour drive or a 16-minute drive, I drove. And even in that 16-hour drive, Kafi drove all of 17 minutes. So, I just want y'all to know. Y'all need to see her.
And that's not because I was not willing to drive. I was willing to drive.
Yes, she was.
I was licensed.
Yeah, she was.
Well prepared. I was well rested.
Oh, no, she was well rested, trust me. Well, she was well rested.
I was capable and able and willing to get behind the wheel of a minivan. Of a minivan. Let me say it for 3 times. I was willing to get behind the wheel of a minivan and drive. In our family excursion, traveling multiple states. I was willing to do that. That was the plan. When we sat down, family meeting, and said, hey, we have this long trip. And we're going to get up in the middle of the night. And Maurice said he'll take the first leg and get us through the busy parts, and then we'll get to the countryside, and Kafi, you'll go behind the wheel and take a few, hours while Maurice gets some shut-eye and rejuvenates, and then he'll pick it up from there. Well, guess what? The beginning of the trip went well. We got up in the middle of the night. We packed the vehicle, got the kids into their car seats because they were still young. I climbed aboard in the back, stretched out with my blankie and laid across the back, and I went back to sleep. We were riding along. The sun came up and kissed my sweet little face. And I was like, oh, wow. The next rest stop, dear, I'll take the wheel. He says, okay. We get to the next rest stop. Everybody stretches their legs. We all do what you do at the rest stop. And I'm thinking, switch gears. You go ahead. Go in the back. I got this. He goes, not all the way in the back like I did. Nope, he goes right behind me.
I wasn't technically right behind her. I was in the captain's chair on the other side behind the passenger.
Anyway, right behind me. clear view of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I pull out of the parking area. And I'm driving along, riding along. He's sleeping with one eye open, making comments about my speed, making comments. And I say, you're supposed to be taking a nap.
Mm-hmm.
We drive along a little bit more. Then he says, just pull over.
And so here we go right now. Just like I'm about to, she pulled over. Now it's time for me to take back over, right? So now I'm going to drive the rest of the way.
Yes.
And so here's what this is where the change happened.
No, I got to tell this part.
Okay.
So again, we have toddlers, or no, they're not toddlers. They're
not toddlers. They're older than that.
They're older than that.
Mm-hmm.
But, we packed snacks. Chips, drink boxes, sodas, you name it. We've got like 2 coolers and, I don't know, just a bunch of stuff. So our driver, who has a favorite beverage, can you guys guess what that is?
It was Pepsi Max at that particular time.
Wait a minute.
No, you're going too slow because I'm trying to get to the reason why we even talk about this retarded trip.
Well, anyway, he was on Pepsi. Then we found this Pepsi Max. I didn't know what that was.
I mean, I was hyped up
until we got there.
But here's the thing, though, and this is the reason why I'm telling y'all, or we're talking to y'all about this whole end part, because I am still not feeling the greatest, and it's all because of the trip that we just took, which constitutes the reason why I drive. I got on a plane.
And you have not been on a plane
in 30 years. And this lady.
We assume.
Okay. Yeah. We assume. Because it was a few people. It was quite a few people. Yes. But.
Someone, somewhere, had germs.
Bad germs. A lot of germs. And they wanted to talk in and around me. And so, because I am not normally around people, I'm normally in a bubble.
You were in a bubble. It's just a big bubble with other people.
I am usually in a solo bubble. And
do you remember the bubble boy?
Get sick. And not just regular old sick.
Right.
No,
you.
You. Okay. So originally, it felt as though I had gotten sick on our way to our destination. And we'll talk about what that destination was and what we learned from that or whatever it is. And for those of you who are interested, whatever it might be, we'll see. We have some other questions for y'all down the line. So, but we take this trip to Atlanta. Yes. Now, granted, the last time we was at Atlanta is the one trip that Kafi was talking about where I overdosed on Pepsi Max, right? So I would have rather taken a Pepsi Max and slept for the next 2 days versus being sick for the last 3, 4 weeks.
You slept for 2 days just once you got home.
I mean, no, I've been like off and on for the last whatever long it's been since we've been back.
I understand you've been down, not at 100% since we've been back, but similarly to your Pepsi Max Atlanta trip where you slept for a day.
Well,
plus,
see, the thing
when
is,
you came home from Atlanta, you slept for 2 days.
When I came home from Atlanta, I don't remember sleeping that long for when I came back from Atlanta. I remember sleeping at Atlanta when we got there.
I'm saying this trip.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but that's because I was sick. I was retardedly sick.
Yeah, and you were sick when we went to Atlanta the first time.
It wasn't sick.
You were overdosed.
I was. No, really what it was is that for those of you who might be just like me, who like to plan and overplan and plan again, and then you drive the route probably 100 times before you even drive the actual route. And so I had already driven, let's say it's a 1,200 miles. It's not that long, but it's whatever it might be. So let's say it's 1,200 miles from where we live to there. I might have driven, I don't know, maybe 20,000 miles before I had even got behind the wheel.
In your head.
In my head. And that's not because of just me, but it's because my aunt was asking questions and this. And so, yeah, it was, I had driven a whole heck of a lot. So, but we go on this trip, and progressively, I had to have gotten sick in the very beginning of the trip because we leave on Wednesday. By Friday, I'm done. Like, I am struggling. I am dragging or whatever. But one of the things that I had to give myself credit for is that not only did I get on a plane, we rode public transportation.
Woohoo!
I mean, and so I was like, yo, we on vacation. We in a whole nother city. Let's indulge and let's overindulge in the culture and the community, and I think that I was sick because I overindulged in dealing with the public. I'm not used to that.
Yes. Your body was not used to.
Yeah, it's not used to people. I am sick of people, I guess. So.
Multiple modes of public transportation being a plane as well as the train.
Mm-hmm. And the automobile. We had to get planes, trains, and automobiles. Like, yeah, and we walked.
And you walked.
Yo, and on top of that, not only did I walk, I obliterated my number of steps that I normally take in one day.
Right.
I obliterated it in 15 minutes. Like
just walking through the airport.
I mean, so for those of you, who travel, I commend you. And sometimes I look at you and, I'm like, yo, one day I'll get back to that space or whatever it is. I'm just so used to being behind the wheel. And as someone said, Maurice, you just used to being in control. Well, to some degree, yes. Because I could control how many people are around me. I could control when I decide that I want to no longer be around everybody else. My social battery has now been depleted, and now I can leave. Well, in those situations, because we did go to a conference, and I was there for a purpose, I tried to be there as long as I could. And I did. I think I did very well.
Yes.
I was in front of people. I was talking. I was networking. I was doing my thing or whatever it is. But by the time Friday came around, Friday was like, my body was like, ha, Maurice, you've done way too much. I congratulate you, and we're going to have a party. It just won't be right now. Mm-hmm. We'll have a party later on down the line. So I am still not 100%. I still am, struggling with it a little bit. We've taken some tests that said that, we did have COVID. And for those of you that really had it, all I could say is, my prayers are to you, to your family members, whoever had to deal with it is not nothing to play around with. Mm-hmm. My chest really felt like it was 100 pounds weight was on my chest 100% of the time. And at the same time, I'm getting body blows in my belly. It was the worst. My legs, it was crazy. It's nothing that I had ever felt before. My head pounding every now and then. I had so much pressure behind my eyeballs, and so for those of you, like I said, who have dealt with it on a real basis, real, like you really had it, I go out to you. For those of you who might have had it, almost like I did, or to a lesser degree, we're all in a boat together. Just the fact that we're all able to be alive and still tell the story about it, of how to assist and help the next person to deal with it. I mean, I know some people that just didn't make it. I mean, I had some family members who had COVID and they didn't make it. But this is the real deal.
It is.
It's the real deal. And it almost makes you want to not travel again. Almost. Not quite. Now, what Kafi and I did say that we should have taken heed on. One of the stewards, I don't know if because I don't think they call stewardesses, the stewards, right? The guys.
Flight attendant.
Okay, flight attendant.
That's the name, yes.
Okay, yes. He had on a mask and gloves. Mm-hmm. And Kafi said, maybe we should take a note. And guess what? Note has been taken, duly noted, skywritten, all over my whiteboard. Guess what? We have pulled out all the KN95 masks we got, yes. All the fabric masks we got, all the rubber gloves that we still got. Listen to the word got, right? Because we have them and we're going to use them to its fullest extent. So if you see us outside looking like snowmen in 95-degree weather, don't laugh. Congratulate us because we are in our bubble.
Some way, somehow. I want to say one thing to everybody, if I could have life's lesson within this podcast about all of this, that Maurice and I have been together 24.99 years, 24 years and whatever. So almost 25 years. And we're still experiencing firsts.
There are some firsts, though, we just don't want to experience.
This was our first airplane ride together, our first trip to an airport, our first, was that our first travel on public transportation outside of town? I know we've been on public transportation in our local town, but
we drove it to another
that's right.
state.
No, we've been on public transportation outside of our town, so it's not the first time.
Yeah,
but
because we drove. We were on public transportation again. So, like I said, everywhere we've been. We were in Maryland. We took the train to DC. Mm-hmm. Right. So it's not like we don't travel. It's not like we haven't been anywhere. It's just
right. Maurice has
had a little bit more control.
And been the one driving. So this is one where we actually had our wings. We flew, and again. First time
give out wings? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm gonna ask.
We flew. We didn't fly. We got in a plane and the plane flew. I don't know. So we're not Peter Pan and Wendy. So we arrived in our
That's a goal. I'm sorry.
So we did that. So we had that first. And like I said, this is our first time, I think, being this sick together.
Yes. At the same time?
At the same time, yes.
Yes.
So I think there's been times where one has been sick and we've been able to take care of the other person. But this time, no, both of us were sick at the same time. Now, not at the same level at the same day. Like, so again, his peaked at a different day and then mine didn't peak until a couple days later. But yeah, this is the first time we both were like laying in the bed until 11.
A good 11, 12 o'clock. And here's the thing too. And mine is just lasting longer.
And ate something and then sat down on a sofa and went back to sleep. It was just no way we could function during those peak days. So, and unfortunately,
the children,
we weren't able to contain it within ourselves. We needed to share the love of COVIDity with others.
We messed up because we didn't really know how bad I really was. So when we got home, we decided, hey, you know what? We're going to watch a family movie together. We missed y'all and y'all missed us, and we're going to break bread together because we don't have these moments very often, and they're going to change very shortly. And we decided that we're going to sit down and watch this movie. And even though I knew I wasn't feeling the greatest, guess what? I still sat in the room with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So me, test monkey, gave it to everybody.
Right, but I think at that time we didn't know you had COVID, or did we?
No, because I didn't take the test until after.
Yes. So he just thought, hey, traveling, not having control.
Social battery died.
Yeah, just being forward facing for so many days. It was draining.
And it wasn't until after that when I found out I had 103 fever. Mm-hmm. I was done.
Yeah.
That Saturday night. And then I took the test. It said COVID. And then Kafi took the test. It said nothing. So then I was like, all right, well, I'm going to take a test tomorrow.
Yeah, because I felt fine. And then he said, well, get another test. So I went out feeling fine and got another test. But while I was out, I started to feel a little sluggish. I was like, I feel sluggish. I don't feel like moving too much. My arms feel heavy. Why can't they find a COVID test? It says on the tablet that it's here. Then they finally found it. Then I couldn't get it for the right price. So it was just going back and forth. I think I was just irritated at that moment. So I got home, and later that evening I took another one, and it said
COVID
positive.
And then a day later, we had to talk to the kids and COVID.
One by one, they were going down.
And so this was a trip that just, for whatever reason, don't want to stop giving.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it don't want to, it was a great gift. It was a great experience. And that experience just does not want to leave.
It's certainly something for the memory books.
Most definitely.
We will certainly remember this trip.
For the rest of our lives. Most definitely.
Yeah.
So, again, for those people that have dealt with it, yes, we're relatively making light of it, relatively, because sometimes you gotta laugh so you're not crying, mentality. But again, I'm not trying to make it any lighter than what it really is. It is serious. It is something that, as I told Kafi, that this experience, health-wise, I've never experienced before.
Mm-mm.
Not like this. And I really pray for each and every one of you that are out there, that may be dealing with it, may have just overcome it, that those of you that are listening won't attract it, that, and if you do that, hey, speedy recovery, whatever it might be, that each and every one of us, let's really make a concerted effort to make sure that we take care of ourselves. Again, I learned a lot.
And taking care of one another, I think one of the things that I shared with Maurice during our sickness was, just a reminder of our vows through sickness and health.
She sure enough texted that to me.
That, I love him even through all of that. And again, as I said earlier in the show, that even 25 years of marriage, almost 30 years of being together, there's always something new. Something new, to experience. I think, be careful what you ask for and what you wish for. Because I think we were like, we want this trip to be something new. And
it was new, all right.
We're going to have a new experience. It's the first time we're going out of this, without the kids. And it's not a family trip. And, we want to experience all these things. And, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we experienced a lot.
We did.
I mean, so now... we only got a couple more minutes, Kafi, and I know we spoke a lot about this whole illness thing.
Mm-hmm.
But in all reality, the trip itself was great.
It was.
I would say that it was a success. And again, we'll talk about why we went to Atlanta in another episode, and some of the other experiences that helped to heighten the experience. But I had to give y'all this one quick episode about, the prelude, right? As to why we probably did not experience the trip the way we probably could have in its fullness. fullness thereof. But also as everyone is starting to go back to school, everyone is transitioning back to, because you hear a lot of people talking about, hey, you know, we want people back in office buildings again and riding public transportation, or whatever the situation is. Please take care of yourselves. Please understand that this thing is no joke. I didn't think it was a joke before, because when I had the shot, I was down, you know, and now that I've actually contracted it and had it for real, see, I was down when I had the shot, and I was down for a couple days. Mm-hmm. Right now, I am really literally working on 2 weeks of dealing with this thing. And it's not fun. It's not fun. It's not like a regular cold where, like, I almost want to treat it like a cold where you're like, all right, I'm on day 6. Yo, this thing should be lifting off of me right now. You get what I mean?
Yeah, and then your chest starts hurting.
Right. I'm like, are you serious? Like, hello? Like, we had an agreement, you know.
Right, you could run this course and you'd be done with my body and go on to somewhere else. But yeah, it doesn't want to leave. It doesn't leave. Yeah.
It doesn't want to leave. Like, it really wants to stick around. And we're trying everything. Right now, I have Ricola in my mouth right now. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I just had my moments. But I got a Ricola, and we've tried peppermint. We've tried green tea, yellow tea, orange tea, vitamin C tea, black tea.
Homemade chicken soup.
Name a color.
We've had homemade chicken soup. We've had, all the remedy type things that you say.
Cayenne pepper, black pepper, red pepper, paprika.
Turmeric. We've done a lot of things, and
parsley.
Had some research, and people have helped us along the way. So some things have eased up, but again, it's just one of those things, like the song that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friend. Mm-hmm. Some people started singing it, and
guess what? I'm ready for the fat lady
to stop singing.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for the fat lady. She needs to. Either keep singing or shut it. I don't know what it is, which way it's supposed to go. It
ain't over till the fat lady sings.
Oh, yeah. So, she needs to sing this. Yeah, she needs to sing.
But I don't want it to be totally over. I want to continue to live. So we got to figure out which way.
No, we're talking about just the illness part.
The illness to be over, yeah.
Yeah. No. She could sing this part away.
My one person said to me, well, now you've had it, so you're good for, you're supposed to be immune for a while. So, yeah.
That's one heck of a way to be immune. I could have stayed in my bubble.
Yeah.
So for those of you, please. And last thing about this, real quick.
It's gonna turn into an hour show, y'all.
It's not. But here's the thing, though, because I'm telling everyone to make sure you're prepared and everything else. Listen. We had wet wipes. We had disinfectant sprays. We had hand sanitizers. We had, name it, we had it.
Just didn't dig it and pull it out.
We had it. How many? Listen, between the two, like Kafa said to me when we had gotten back, she said, Maurice, we didn't need to take all this hand sanitizer. We didn't, especially since we didn't use it.
We used it, but not.
I guess not properly.
Not throughout the whole trip.
The wet wipes, the disinfectant sprays, the disinfectant wipes. We had it all. Like, we were prepared to fight the germ demons, right? We were prepared. Evidently,
they found their way.
We hit it. Like, how it says, hide it in your heart, whatever else. Oh, yeah, we hit it. We hit it very good, too. So we are going to be prepared next go round.
We live and we learn.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Learn from us.
That if you got it, use it.
That's right.
So we thank y'all very much for listening today. I'm sorry that, we had to go on and on and on about this, but it was an experience that it just confirms that I need to drive. So when we go to London, I'm gonna go gadget car, and we gonna go across the water. Or I'm gonna have to go up and over. We might have to go up through Alaska and cross over that way, and just whatever, or go up through Canada and hit Ireland and whatever, Iceland or whatever it is. We have to do something. We're going to find another way.
You're just gonna roll your boat.
Listen. No, I can't, because I don't want to be in a canoe. I don't want to be in a raft. Like, that's a whole nother conversation, y'all. We have had some very interesting, mind-retarded conversations since we've been sick. I don't know what in the world has been on our mind.
Yeah, when you're sick, things just change. Your mind changes. Your dreams are so different. Like, when I'm not sick, I don't remember dreams. I sleep very well. But having sickness, I'm just like, what? These things don't even go together. Like, why?
So this has been life-changing.
Yeah, those things I probably won't remember the dreams and all that craziness of it. But like you said, the overall trip,
right?
I want to remember this so that we can learn from our wicked, evil ways,
right?
And not repeat them at all. But the one thing I want you all to do to repeat is repeat listening to our show.
Yes.
And comment and let us know what your thoughts are.
Yes.
We would love to hear from you, and, keep us in your prayers, and that everything will pass, that this too shall pass.
Most definitely.
So we can feel better and we can spend more time with you all. But thank you so much for listening today. And we hope that you would, listen again.
Talk to y'all later. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the No Fruit Podcast, where we bring you fruitful conversations, ripened wisdom, and love that's deeply rooted. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with someone who could use a little inspiration in their day. Until next time, stay rooted in love, and remember, every seed you plant today shapes the fruit of tomorrow.